All right, now we're here, and now it'll be real mumbling and not phantom mumbling.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got to hear our secret discussion about beer.
Beer. I do love beer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have no
You know what
idea.
else I love? I love pulpy nonsense. And I love bad guys. Like, I dig that we've been doing Super's game for a while, but like, why don't we take a turn where we just get to be the bad guys? Allegedly. I think that could be fun.
No, I definitely don't want to do that. Let's play spectaculars instead.
Killing you first.
I hope you didn't have something prepared. Like,
Well, if
See,
you're
that's
going
the
after
thing.
Jeff
We're not
first, it's going to be
prepared.
easy.
it's gonna be pretty easy. Yeah, no hit points.
Excellent. But yeah, no, tonight we're going to be playing a fun little game called SkullBox. This is just one of those things, like I saw the art. I was hooked just from the cover of it. Like, it reminds me very much like that Hellboy style vibe. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
And we're all going to be a bunch of, well, they're going to be a bunch of like floating skulls in arcane mech armor almost, setting up traps and killing the heroes that invade the dungeon. You know, just good times. So, yeah, you know, let's just cut to the chase. Let's let people introduce themselves and tell us what horrible things they're going to do. And as always, I refuse to save the best for last. So, Chuck, who are you, man?
Hey, I'm Chuck. I run this little shindig over here on DOK. But tonight I'm going to be playing the Tinderbox. And I get to light shit on fire. Which-
Shocking.
Shocking, I know. Things I touch run a chance of getting caught on fire. So when I touch something to catch it on fire, I rolled my weird test, and for every success I get, that thing is, whatever I touched is on fire for an additional round, and each round they take a point of damage until they use their entire round to put themselves out. And I'm
That's
going to be
horrendous.
Yeah, I'm going to be setting up the Spitfire Geyser. Just turn a room into a blazing fucking inferno. So
Okay,
That's
cool.
my
Does
plot.
your little pyro skull have a nickname you want us to call you by?
Oh god, I didn't even think about that. Come back to me on that one.
I'll come back to you. All right. Next up, a beautiful man beast, Dan. Who are you? What do you have planned for us?
I'm Dan, and tonight I'm gonna try playing out the Shroom Box. The Shroom Box is apparently confused about whether it's a box or not, because it's just high on shrooms all the time.
Okay.
And I think the idea is to try and get the adventurers high on shrooms, maybe.
I dig it, man.
And I think the trap I'm kind of going with is the nail trap, which is, basically just a spray of nails into a crowd of people.
Okay. I
How can
dig
you
it.
go wrong with that?
So many things, but in all the right ways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then, look at this magnificent, beautiful bastard in the bottom left. Dion, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm much better now. Thank you, because I'm here with you.
Likewise. Tonight I'm going to be playing the Lich in a box. His name is Bone Daddy, and his favored trap of choice is the starved cannibal on a leash, also known as Andrew from Florida.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait to see some more of that. And then here we are, the man, the myth, the legend, the wind beneath my wings, Jake. How are you tonight?
Doing a lot better now that I've hit myself with some nasal spray and NyQuil.
Okay.
It seems that I've been coming down with a small case of the plague.
Boo.
But I will not be stopped because I am the Stygian Juggerbox, bitch. And I'm going to break you in half.
That is delightful. I'm so happy that there was a Juggerbox option for you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's perfect. And then last but not least, our a beautiful bear in the bottom right corner. Jeff, how are you?
Doing all right, man. Twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We play games. Delta Green on Friday. It's fun. Second Delta Green episode's up on YouTube this morning, and then come back on Monday. We play Alien. I am playing. I'm playing the Mimic box. So if you've played D&D or whatever, and you've seen mimics, that's basically what I am. His name is Chesty McGee because he's a treasure chest, not because of anything sick. Get your mind out of the gutter. I am my starting box feature is that I'm very non-suspicious and I'm an unlocked treasure chest. And so when I'm not moving, I appear as a normal but very alluring, very attractive treasure chest, and I could potentially eat people. So it's great. And I have some cool things I can eventually like upgrade into if I get lucky. My trap of choice is going to be the black speech gramophone. Because I feel like I have this old kind of antique chest, and I'm going to have an old antique gramophone as well. I feel like they go pretty well together. It's a cursed record player that just insults you until you get confused and sad and just wander around until you fall down dead.
That sounds very classy, just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you know.
Chesty McGee is very classy, I think.
Son of a bitch, giving me grief. You want to play spectacular? I'm still gonna fucking kill you.
It's okay. I'll just respawn in the next one.
God damn it! I did let you play an undead. I have made a huge mistake.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, because the fantastic people that made this are way more creative than me, I'm gonna give some of their flavor text here because I think they've got a really fun intro to the adventure. You gotta forget about getting to the heart of the matter. Let's cut right down to the bone. You're a skull in a box. When you're done struggling to reacclimate yourself with the baffling reality of conscious experience, get a glass of water. Remember, you can't drink it, and grab a notebook. Then get down to business. Get this. A pack of rabid, heroic raiders from that candy chewing, glitter painting, hand holding land of Everbliss are gonna come and ransack your dungeon. They've been sent by Saint Queen Sophronia to steal your golden apple of discord. And once that's gone, there won't be any more magic in this place, which means you'll be just another dead skull 6 feet under. So, you hollow-headed idiots have to find some brains between you and take these worm-lipped do-gooders out. Break enough of their bones and Everbliss will be good as gone. Yeah, it'll be pretty apocalyptic, but the aftermath is secondary. So long as you keep that apple of discord safe. So we've kind of already set up, like, for those watching, there are sort of like zones or rooms, so to speak, for their dungeon. And ours is a little bit of a pyramid where there's like 3 lower zones, 2 mid zones, and then an apex zone. And that at the very top of the pyramid, that's where the golden apple of discord is. It's like this primordial spark of chaos that the Saint Queen Sophronia wants to take for herself. And, we just can't allow that. And I'm curious, like, what's the general vibe you guys want your temple to have? Do you want it to be an actual pyramid or ziggurat, or do you want it to be more like an underground dungeon? Like, what's the vibe that you're feeling?
Well, if our shape is pyramid-like, I'm cool with like a ziggurat.
Is it just bones on bones on bones?
I think like old Mayan temple, like they had to venture over from, wherever, climbing through dense, dangerous jungle to eventually come to this,
Probably snakes.
vine-covered tiered ziggurat out in the middle of the dungeon or middle of this jungle with just this like giant skull statue with giant fucking like ruby eyes set into the sockets. And like inside of that giant skull is the apple. That's the room at the top of our pyramid.
That sounds just goddamn delightful. I love it. All right. Now, does anybody want to volunteer to be the first one to claim a zone and set up their first trap?
I can go if because I'm going to be fairly stationary.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Oh, sorry.
So I would probably want let's see. So when the raiders come in, do they come in like the 3 rooms at the bottom and like they work their way
Right.
in?
So basically, you've got 3 rooms at the bottom. Both the left and the rightmost of the bottom level are entrances. The middle one
Okay.
is kind of a neutral zone. So those are the 2 entrances. You've got a middle one, then you go up to the 2 in the middle and up
Okay.
to the top. So yeah.
I'm gonna go middle level
Okay.
on the left.
Okay, middle left.
Yeah.
All right. And you're going with the gramophone, right?
Yeah. So basically, this might be a ziggurat, but like a couple miles away, there's like the ruins of an old Blockbuster music, not Blockbuster video, but a Blockbuster music. And inside of
Even
it,
bigger fail experience.
yeah, exactly. And inside of it, there was all sorts of like, awful music, music accoutrements and stuff like CD discs, like travel disc binders and stuff like that. And amongst like the warehouse backing of that Blockbuster music, there had to have been like a series of boxes, and there was like some kind of kitschy display of like an old gramophone that the store manager didn't even realize was a store manager. And so me and the jugger box, because I guess we have to bring somebody with him, and I'm so weak I'm not going to carry it myself. We're gonna go busting through the old Blockbuster music, and then I'm just going to like a pelican just open my mouth and drop the gramophone just right into the chest, and then I'm gonna waddle back, following the jugger box the whole way, so I can set up in my little room, which it has kind of a differing aesthetic to the rest of the ziggurat, because mine's more like a 1920s smoking lounge, and there's just a lot of like mahogany wood everywhere, and it's just a very classy joint. And there's music playing, there's like travel cases, there's like a globe and stuff spinning. It's a place where adventurers just might want to sit down and smoke a cigar and drink a brandy. It's gonna be pretty nice.
Nice. Okay, so I've got that zone marked off. That is where the gramophone is, and it's also kind of got a 20s smoking lounge vibe.
It does.
I dig that. That's pretty darn fun. I like
Nice
that.
place where you can play pinochle in between raids.
Exactly. And so do I roll do I roll cool now to see if I get like the psychotic bonuses?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right. So I only have 1 cool, so I only get 1 shot at this, and I failed. So no psychotic bonuses. It's just its normal. It's just this normal thing.
A smoking lounge with a gramophone that can hurl magical insults is still pretty cool, Jeff.
Yeah.
Still pretty cool. All right. Who do you nominate to go next to set up their trap?
Well, I just mentioned the jugger box, so let's say the jugger box.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I think at the bottom middle, that neutral zone, well, that's the jugger box's zone. You enter that zone, you're not getting back out, because that's going to be a room within a room within a room within a room within.
No.
You get the gist of it. I'm supposed to punch down like 90 trees to make all the doors to this thing, but man, it's a marvel of modern architecture. Yeah. You go in there, and there's no escape. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get you.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so you punch down like 90 trees to set this up, but I am curious, what happened when you opened the door when you've opened the very first door? What's at least the first time somebody opens a door there, what's the first thing they see?
They're gonna see a sign that says "Keep out" on another door just up ahead.
Nice.
I mean, if you're a raider and you're going into a
irresistible.
place and you see something that says "Keep out," what do you think's gonna be back there? Treasure, loot, a villain to slay, naturally. So you're gonna go through that door too. What are you gonna find back behind there? Another door that says "Loot." So they're gonna go through that door. Except they're just gonna find out that they're right back where they started.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to put your room's aesthetic as kind of like keep out / false promises.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
It's a labyrinth of never-ending expectations.
No, really, don't come in here.
Oh no, you found it. Please.
Juggerbox's private stash. Knock 3 times before you come in. Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Excellent. Okay, I've got you here. All right. Who do you nominate to go next?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what what Dan's got cooking up in his particular zone.
Yeah, man. Look at that trippy skull Dan found. That looks really cool.
I do. I Google did me well.
Yeah, it did.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of some way I can steer people from one of the entrances towards the Juggernaut's room. That's the real question. I may go for like the middle right side.
Okay,
for my
middle right.
room.
And you're going the nail trap, right?
Yeah, since it's some that shoots, maybe they'll get in there and they'll change their mind about which way they're going or something. I don't know if it works quite like that or not.
Okay.
I'm figuring that I gotta get nails from somewhere, and I'm sorry, but Jeff's set up his nice room in there with all of his nice rich mahogany walls and stuff, which I'm sure are full of nails, and probably wouldn't notice if some of them went missing, would he?
Nice. You've been pilfering off of Jeff's room for your own nails.
Same team, bro. Same team.
I gotta get nails from somewhere. I mean, there's only so many of them I can take out of the stairs and other things like that. I mean, I kind of need them to work just a little bit.
Okay. So you do have kind of like a trippy dippy, like shroom sort of style to you. What's your distinct flavor? Like what's the panache that you add on to your nail trap?
Boy,
or at least to this room. Like what's the vibe of your room?
I assume it's gonna be like disorienting somehow. Like there's weird lighting or something like that, Like just like you walk in there, it's like like doesn't make sense. There's light coming from weird directions and
okay. So like weird colors of lights, spinning and things of that nature.
I just want it to be really easy for them to walk in here and start the nails flying at them. And not like get a good idea where they're coming from.
Gotcha. So they come in here and it's like there's no regular light. There's nothing but like all that weird black light nonsense, and it's spinning around, so it's very disorienting. Okay, I dig that. I got it. All right, who goes next? Oh, actually, we need to give you guys a chance to do upgrades. So I'm going to briefly backtrack. Juggerbox. Do you want to roll some cool to see if you get an upgrade on your room within a room within a room?
Oh, you're muted.
Hey, Eddie, thanks for those bits.
Thank you for the bits. Let's roll 2d6 to see if I get 6s. Or no, I got a 5. So no bonuses on that. But
5s and 6s are successes.
Yeah, but it's only the 1, so I don't get anything unique. I needed at least 2.
Hey, you still got a room within a room within a room. That's pretty awesome.
Exactly. Got some place I can chase people around in to my heart's content.
That would be awesome. That would probably just be kind of like your dream gig, like a bunch of dudes stuck in a labyrinth that you can just chase forever. And if they
no matter how many doors they go through, I can just run through all the walls after them. It's great.
Exactly.
That is delightful. I really like that.
It's everything you hoped and dreamed for.
Exactly.
All right. What about you, Dan? You want to try and upgrade your nail gun?
Yeah, doesn't look like I'm having any luck either.
That's okay, man. Nail guns cool on their own right. It's all right.
Yeah, just a regular old stream of nails coming out of a wall.
Okay.
At people's faces. So
right.
I think we'll go to Dion for the next one.
It's a lich in a box.
I'm a lich in a box. I'm gonna team up with Dan actually in his room because I agree. I wanna guide people to the room within a 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 room.
Oh my god, that's the danger zone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask Dan once he's like got the nail trap all set up, like, hey, I need you for a minute. He's gonna hold like a piece of meat for me. He's gonna hold like a little Debbie snack box and like shake it, and I'm gonna like lure out this like Florida man from some back alleyway at the 7-Eleven across the street.
Mm.
And because there's a 7-Eleven everywhere these days, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, there's one right outside the ziggurat.
yeah, there's one right there. It's great. The guys there are amazing. Anyways, so we lure this Florida man from like the dumpster with this little Debbie snack box, and I get like a clasp neck chain around him, and I got myself a starved cannibal on a leash after 2 turns.
Yeah, those little Debbie snacks were actually filled with little Debbie.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't kill little Debbie. I just wanted to eat her. I'm just so happy to be here.
That's how he became a cannibal.
Yeah. His
And
name's
so-
Andrew.
Hi, I'm Andy.
He used to have a lot of stock in GameStop.
I'll go wherever you go, Lich. I'm just so excited.
Now I roll cool. So is that 1 dice for every point of cool?
Yep.
Okay.
And 5s and 6s are successes.
I got 1 success. Wah, wah.
Hey, you know what? The nice thing about the cannibal on a leash is he'll go wherever you go. He's not a stationary trap. You get to just kind of carry him around with you.
And then can I make another trap with the 1 turn I have left, or?
Well, so for the before the initial raid happens, everybody does like 1 trap.
Okay.
But
okay.
then
It's only 1 trap.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like you get it.
Everybody gets 1.
Do you want to add? Is there any vibe you want to add to our like black light disorienting room here?
They're gonna see like skeleton faces in the mushrooms and stuff that are around.
Ooh,
Like there's
okay.
spots, but they're like oddly shaped, and there's gonna be like some skeletons like woven into some of the mushrooms because like they grew off the bodies and stuff. And
I like the way you're thinking.
And I ate some of the mushrooms in here. Is that okay, boss?
sure.
And I just smeared it all over my body.
Do it.
I
You
tore off
won't.
my clothes because I don't need clothes anymore. All I need is flesh and shrooms.
Oh, okay.
I've eaten a lot of shrooms and I'd like more flesh, sir.
Oh,
Please.
See, can you
Uh,
taste
sure.
the colors?
we'll get you some flesh. Don't worry, buddy. They're
can't-
coming. They're
can-
coming.
I can hear the colors.
Yeah.
Pretty colors. All right. And then last but not least, we do have our little pyromaniac and also his character.
Yeah. So I was trying to think of a really, really long and obnoxious name to go with, and I was kicking around Sir Reginald Gasoline, Spicenstein. But I'm like, but he's gonna need a nickname. What would his nickname be? He'll just be Big Red. I'm like, why don't I just cut to the shit and just
Big
get
Red.
Big Red? So
That's fantastic.
Big Red. All right. So like, if we look at the overlay,
Uh-huh.
what rooms? Because the overlay is the same shape as our ziggurat here.
Exactly.
So what rooms don't have traps yet? I know Jake's got the Juggernaut trap.
Uh-huh. Jake's got the Juggernaut. Dan has his nails, and there's also a roaming cannibal that's in that room.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Chuck's Chuck
Yep.
Square.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jeff is inside
Unintentionally,
you,
I
Chuck.
took the same
I
spot
am
on the
inside
layout.
Chuck.
Ha!
Yes.
It's not a Jeremy game unless there's talk of someone being up someone else's asshole.
And you know which way I went
hey,
in.
I didn't say that.
All right. You know what? Everyone's going to be going, no, I want this shit to kick off. I'm going to repay the favor, and I'm going to put my shit in Jeff. And so, yeah, I'm doing the fucking pyro trap, right?
Yeah.
But this thing, it took a long time for me to set this up and a
Yeah.
long time to get all the components.
Okay.
So I had some of my friends here. Next to that Blockbuster music, in the same little like shopping strip mall thing, was a Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay.
So have you ever heard of biodiesel? So what I did is I just continually stole all the pizza from that Pizza Hut. And I found a small little village in the jungle not far from the ziggurat, and I just force-fed them pizza until they were all just morbidly obese. And then I killed them all and I harvested their fat and I rendered it down into biodiesel. So then we dug a pit in the Jeff room, put a grate over it, poured all of the villager-made biodiesel into this pit, but then I need a way to light it. So I went and I captured a bunch of monkeys in the jungle. And at the quick shop that we talked about earlier, I also stole all of their Zippos. And I trained the monkeys to, like, I got a little perch in the top of the room and I put a monkey there and I give it a Zippo. And if they see someone enter the door, they light the Zippo and they drop it into the pit full of biodiesel underneath of them. You got to reload the monkey. Well, you got to get a new monkey after each time the trap goes off. And you also have to get a new village, but it is what it is. So
These things are replaceable.
yeah, that's my trap. I spent months robbing Pizza Huts so I could fatten up an entire village, then kill them and render their fat to biodiesel. And then trained a bunch of monkeys to commit suicide on sight of anyone entering the ziggurat.
That makes me so happy. Because seriously, fuck monkeys.
So I need to roll my cool.
Yeah.
My cool is 4. No, I don't succeed.
You know what? A fucking fire trap full of force-fed Pizza Hut fat and suicide monkeys is already pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll take it.
All right. So we have our dungeon set. We've kind of got our aesthetic laid out. For the rooms that don't have traps, I assume they're mostly like just walls of bones and other crushed skulls that didn't make the cut like you guys did. They don't
I feel like there's a sign in those rooms that says, "Don't come in here. There's a trap." And we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Reverse psychology rooms.
Well,
I do want to say, once the raids start, I'm gonna go hang out in the Chuck room, in the smoking lounge, and just wait to fight in case anyone shows up.
Everybody wants to hang out in this room. It's so relaxing.
Very relaxing.
it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And only falling apart a little.
I am gonna
Only a little bit.
Yeah, I am gonna kind of try and hide though. That way the trap goes first, and then I can hop out, fucking slap people.
I love it. Well, you'll likely not be too surprised to see what the first wave is made of, as 2 separate groups kind of come rolling up to the 2 entrances to the east and the west. You see a regiment of knights. I am Sir Reginald. I have come upon the request of Saint Queen Sophronia. I would ask that you tender your submit to us and give us the apple, and you will be granted a merciful death.
That is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. So yeah, basically you're gonna have. You see 2 knights at either entrance, and also with them, you see that they're being led. Both groups of knights have what you would know to be phantoms. They're kind of considered traitors to your kind. They're undead as well, but they've sold out, and so they're kind of like these shifty undead rogues that have led the knights here.
Phantom that lives in the jungle, he's not really undead. He's just some guy who keeps passing on his title from father to son for several generations.
Yes.
What a nerd. Stealing our skull motifs too. What a dick.
I know. What dicks? Well, now I have to call the Phantom Zanes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, normally you guys would get to go first, except the Zanes do have a special ability where they get to go before the skulls. And they're kind of at the entrance, but like they haven't really taken an action yet. And they have like a special thing that they do. So let's see what kind of nonsense they do. You roll a d6, see what they get. All right, so we'll say Zane number 1 on the left. He got what, a 2, right? All right, so Zane on the left. He is going to do a corpse ambush. The phantom disappears and secretly hides in a zone of their choice as a corpse. If a skull fails any check before the end of the next round, the phantom strikes, dealing 3 hits to the skull so long as they are in the phantom zone. So I have to secretly place where I'm going to put him. And I'll just roll a d6. Okay. So there's somewhere out there is a hidden phantom. We'll do the second guy. He gets a 6. So on a 6, he will do Shadowbind. The phantom summons the spirits of those it has stolen life from, all of whom emerge from every skull shadow that is in the phantom zone. None of you had said that you were right there at the entrance, right?
Mm-mm.
No, I'm in the Juggerbox maze.
The
Okay.
entrances are both surprisingly open.
Okay. Well, so that's what he'll do as soon as he encounters somebody. But there's nobody for him to counter yet. So the first thing he's going to do is I'm going to have him do even or odd to go to the right or go up. Even he goes up, odd he goes right. So he goes up. He's sneaking. He's like prepared his magic spell to do that spirit shroud sort of thing or the shadow bind. But he walks into the smoking lounge.
And he sees an incredibly alluring and very attractive treasure chest. And because he is the first one to enter the zone without fail, he'll try to investigate that chest.
It's true. And the knights aren't there with him, kind of looking over his shoulder yet. He's got to go try and get that treasure before the knights see this room. So yeah, he does come over, looks over his shoulder, starts to try and pick the lock, and then...
And the other thing is that he hears this wonderful music playing.
Uh-huh.
But see, the music, it's like it's delightful music, but then all of a sudden on top of it, you hear like, you call yourself a phantom? You're no phantom. You look more like a specter. Phantoms are just way worse than specters. Specters are like the pinnacle of all the different types of ectoplasmic type of creatures out in existence. And you ain't no freaking just get out of my room. And so he gets one. So basically, does he have 2 hits or less?
Yep.
So his heart stops, leaving them to fall down dead. Okay. When the raider enters, turn the thing on and shout out the insults. Oh, I'm sorry. He has to, wait. Okay. So roll cool. Set up the record player in his own. Okay. Actually, I got a roll cool. Hang on. Sorry. All right, it doesn't actually do anything. But then so then when he reaches into the chest,
he maybe still hears the insults. It's just not magically infused.
It's a little unclear because it's like roll cool and set the record player up in a zone of your choice. When a raider enters, turn the thing on and shout out the insults. For every success you got, another raider within two hits or less will have their heart stop. Another raider. So I'm not sure if that means there's a base of 1 raider and then the successes are additional or not, but
I get the vibe that it's meant to be like you roll cool when people enter the room and extra successes might let you hit more raiders.
So I'm not sure what you think. So, but either way, my mosh. So when he goes and he looks into the treasure chest bites and does absolutely nothing. So all my stuff doesn't work. So I just start nibbling away at his fingertips.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That means he survives long enough to actually do his thing then.
Well, I think with the gramophone, it auto kills 1 because the extra successes are just for extra
Okay.
bodies. Because I think it's like you took the time to set the trap up. It's gonna like at least take one out, maybe. I think that's what it means by another.
Yeah, that's how I read the another too, but it's a
Yeah.
little unclear.
I would rather play it in your guys' favor.
Sure, call.
Let's do that. That's more fun.
Okay.
Let's kill the good guys. Good.
With a broken heart, and he falls down as ectoplasmic puddle on the ground, having been harassed by a blockbuster music kitschy gramophone.
I could have been a specter if I really wanted to.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't have.
He just falls down dead, crying like salty, like specks. What little bit of salt is left in his tear ducts comes out and evaporates into dust. Are you happy? You made a man cry and die of a broken heart, Jeff. Does that make you happy?
I mean, it was just a phantom, so it's not like they're really worth anything.
Okay,
But I made
fine.
that clear. Guess
You
not.
make him feel bad on this one.
All right. Well, I feel like since you killed somebody, I'm going to nominate you to be the one that starts off the round of stuff.
Okay.
You've-
You ready? This is what
Yes.
I'm gonna do.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay right where I'm at and continue to look very attractive.
Of course you will.
Okay. And then I will nominate the Lich in a Box to go next.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use my special feature, Soul Skull. So I roll weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not enough. I need one more. Okay. So boom. I get one success. So I get one little skeleton buddy. He's going to go into this zone with me, and
Okay.
he's going to defend this zone until destroyed. He'll die in one hit, and he does one hit in return. And any attacks that he does go off my weird.
Nice. And so he's hanging out with you over in the nail room.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right.
And I can only do this once per raid, so I got one buddy.
Hey,
That's it for me.
That's one more body that could potentially like block somebody's progress. It's not a
Yeah,
bad thing.
I just kind of pat my Florida man a little bit with like my little. I'm assuming my box has like a hand of some sort,
Hmm.
a little phalange. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Of course you
I
do.
just give him a little pat because he's hungry and no one's come yet.
He just clacks his teeth appreciatively. That's all he can do. All right. Who goes next, Lich in the box?
I'm gonna let Daniel go.
All right, Dan. You've got knights at either entrance. You know at least one of these phantoms just kind of poofed and is waiting in ambush somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got terrible decisions to make. So
Okay.
one thing I want to make sure I'm following right. For me, I have like a starting block feature at the start of the raid. I roll weird. So I went ahead and rolled that. And it's the same for every success, another raider with 2 hits or less who will be convinced to eat a mushroom before doing anything else.
Okay.
So I was thinking I might just move into the first room nearby me on the right side. See if I can just trick anybody into eating some shrooms.
Okay. So you're moving over to the entrance on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you already did your check for the how many shrooms did you get?
I got 1 success.
Okay, you got 1 success. Well, since you got 1 success, I take it that this mushroom is your sign of surrender. Is that correct?
Sure, man.
Well, give it to me. Give it to me.
And yeah, we'll take that mushroom. Then he'll start tripping.
Yeah. So he spends a round eating it, so he can't do anything this round, and then
He gets really emotional, starts to tell me about his problems, and
So
leaves the dungeon.
So right now he's just eating it, and he starts. I'm not even supposed to be here today. And it's actually my son's birthday, but I really need the promotion.
Oh, time to kiss that promotion goodbye and say hello to your son.
I really should be there more. I'm a good knight, but a bad father. You're my best friend.
Get on out of here.
I love you, Trumi. I love you. Can I have another one, please? So you do and you do. All right, so all right, let me mark that is Sir Reginald is pretty much out of this. Okay, excellent. And who goes next?
Let's let the Juggernaut go next. Just on the off chance there's something fun to do there.
All right.
Let's see. Well, one of the Zanes is still hiding somewhere. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think I'll. Is there anyone up in what would be Dan's position on the layout, or any of the skulls there right now?
Lich and the Lich is.
Okay. You know what? No, I think I'll just stick right here. I want both me and my trap to handle whoever comes in here. That'll be fun.
Okay, so you're staying in the bottom middle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I think at that point we've just got Big Red left.
I think we'll go with Big Red then.
You're muted.
The words are being burned out of his mouth.
Muted. There we go. In the Jeff Square, you said some people entered there?
Yeah, but they're dead.
Okay, cool.
They died of a broken heart.
Okay.
But you got 2 knights in the bottom left, 1 knight in the bottom right, and somewhere there's a sneaky bastard.
Dan's also in the bottom right as well, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go to the bottom left. I'm going to fight.
Okay, good.
I am just going to do Mosh, though.
Okay.
And I'm not going to try my fire ability because I have a better chance with Mosh.
Mosh is a little bit dangerous because I think you take damage for each dice that fails, right?
Well, even if you just touch him, including if you hit him, wouldn't your power go off?
Negative.
Oh.
Let me double check.
Yeah, so here's the dangerous part about doing Mosh. For every success, you do a hit, but for every failure, you suffer a hit too. So Mosh can be dangerous because you could actually hurt yourself on your own turn.
Okay. Yes, and Dion, you were right. When I touch something, I roll weird, and that also causes fire. So yeah, I'm going to go Mosh.
Okay.
I'm going to run in there, and I'm going to try and slap the crap out of someone.
Excellent.
Oh, 3 successes.
Wow.
So I take 2 damage.
4.
4
4
successes.
successes. Holy cow.
All right, I'm now at 5 hit points.
Oh my god.
And so the knight that I hit takes 4 points of damage. Are they still up?
Now I wonder if you can split. I think you can split that out. Let me double check.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and roll my weird.
Honestly, that 4 damage is enough to kill both of these knights.
Dang.
So tell me how it went down. Did you get the drop on them or?
Oh no. I strolled in like a real badass.
Of course.
Turn
as Big
around.
Redwood.
Moonwalked towards them. And
Okay.
then leaned way back like a dancing moon, and I just poked both of them in the noses real hard. Like fingers in the nostrils, poked real hard.
Uh-huh.
Straight to the brain.
I also rolled my weird. I got 2 successes, so it just like incinerated
That's
the
3
interior.
successes.
No, for my the 3 successes. Fuck, I forgot that
5
5
counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I just poked my fingers in their nostrils real goddamn hard. And it just incinerates their brains from the inside out. Like steam shoots out of their ears, their eyes glow for a second, and then they both drop.
Awesome.
Because Big Red he's also a Russian skull as well, because he has to be with a name like Big Red.
Of course.
And that is how you play that funky music, white boy.
That is delightful. So, yeah, good on you guys. You have shown these fellas what's what. So we've got the sneaky dude doing his sneaky thing. And then we just have one knight down in the bottom right. He's in the room with Dan. He sees you feed the shrooms to his buddy, and his buddy's starting to get all weird. So he's going to roll a d6. It's 3. So for 3, that means he uses Everbliss Chivalry. He gauges the room, sees that you and Sir Reginald are kind of being buddy-buddy. And with Everbliss Chivalry, the knight tries to trick one of the skulls into thinking they're really a good guy. The skull who's in the knight's zone has to roll cool or else completely ignore the knight. So you've got to roll a cool check. And you need a success, otherwise this guy convinces you you're buddies.
Technically got a success.
All right, so he's like, hey, yeah, he doesn't eat any of the shrooms, but he starts like, yeah, me too, man. Oh no, being a knight's so tough.
What a poser.
Shit. And then you didn't fight with him, so I think he tries to move past you since you used your action to like feed shrooms instead of moshing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of like does his best to move past you, at which point he moves into
I
the room.
wouldn't go in there.
Sure, man. Sure. So what happens when he walks into the room with the nails and the trippy lights and all that sort of stuff?
I mean, I assume we'll have at least a second to stumble in there and then set it off.
I think my cannibal goes off because I mean normally it says when I enter a room with a raider in it, but
Yeah,
wouldn't
he
him
entered your
coming
room
in-
since you chose to use your action to kind of stay
Okay.
there.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's fair.
I'm more than happy to yield
That-
to the
got
cannibal
that.
first.
Nice. So yeah, he walks in. You roll cool. You create a number of nail arrows equal to your total amount of successes. How many arrows did you end up creating when you made the trap?
I only got
So-
one success.
Do you want the arrow to go ahead and go into this dude?
Sure, he can get that first, I suppose, and then
Yeah.
then the cannibal can have at him.
So he comes walking into the room. What does it look like when the nail like shoots into him? What does he get pinned to?
Gosh, there's got to be something really stupid that he can get stuck to.
Mm-hmm.
A dartboard.
I was thinking about that, or maybe just like a bullseye shaped mushroom or something like that that's growing out of the wall.
Wonderful. So yeah, he kind of like he almost backs into the room because he's still staring at you because he was trying to play things off with you, but it didn't go the way he expected. So he just kind of exits the room, backs in the next one, realizes he's in a real trippy place and this isn't a good place to be. And just as he's turning around to look, a nail catches him in the shoulder, pins him to the goofy little mushroom bullseye. And then right after that happens, what does Andrew do?
I let go of the leash and I got 2 successes. So that means The cannibal is hungrier than a skull who's forgotten they don't got a stomach. They'll savage 2 raiders instead of just 1.
Well, I think this one, that's not necessarily for the, I don't think this is
Oh,
the
that's a
upgrade.
psychotic bonus. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I think he does what, 2 damage? You roll cool and then it is
1 hit for every success, so 2 hits. 6 and a
He
5,
said,
right?
I'm so hungry, Lich. Can I eat him now, please? Can I eat him? I want to eat him. I want
I
to eat
just
him.
drop the leash
my
and I go,
God.
get him, boy.
Hi. I want you to get inside my meat hole.
Oh God.
Nom, nom, nom.
And just reaches in, like shoves his thumb into the knight's mouth, rips off part of their face and shoves it in. And then just starts trying to shove his mouth inside of the knight's mouth so he could bite the tongue out.
Love
I
it.
told you.
Is he still up?
No, he's dead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
He's
say, I still
super
got the
dead.
skeleton. All right, cool.
Yeah, your little cannibal is in the process of trying to eat him from the inside out.
I just do a little dance with my skeleton buddy to cheer on the cannibal while we're waiting. We're just headbanging, like, yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, the only person left is that phantom guy who gets to go first on the next round. And nobody did anything that would trigger his ability. So what does he do on this on 3? Okay, so on a 3, he gets 9 lives, thief. When a raider's hits falls to 0, the phantom can immediately take this ability, even if it isn't the phantom's turn. When it does so, the phantom possesses the raider, animating their body and gaining their acts of terror table. Until their threat falls to 0, the phantom rolls on both this table and the possessed. So basically that weird ghost dude who's been hiding kind of does like a weird ethereal jaunt where he stays hidden where he already was. And then I think he should who would be the most fun to animate? I think maybe he should animate the dude that died of a broken heart, like the other phantom one. So he just kind of seems like, you weak pathetic fool, get up. Mommy always said you were the worst. Now it's proven. All right, so I guess that guy also has to roll his. And he also possesses a dead person. Which I think at that point it would be fun to like reanimate the knight over in like the trippy room who
Getting eaten.
Like half his face is eaten off at this point. But that one, he doesn't get to go just yet because it's not really his turn. But you see that one start to reanimate, start to lurch around. And then, you know what? Let's just, I'm going to roll a d6. Or does anybody want to volunteer to be the first to go for the boxes?
I'm fine with random chance.
The one that reanimated is the one that actually the phantom that reanimated, has that one gone?
So the two, yeah, it did because it reanimated another phantom, and phantoms always get to go first, so to speak.
Yeah.
But if anybody wants to volunteer to go first, otherwise I'll just roll a d6 probably.
Just roll it.
Yeah, go ahead and
All
roll.
right, I will. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeff.
Okay.
So you broke this dude's heart, but you see him like reanimate. It's clearly like kind of weakened at Bernie style, like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna very carefully stay still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Juggerbox can go.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Nailed it.
Beautiful.
I think I'm just gonna. Geez. I'm gonna start randomly shouting out I don't know, insults and threats like "you can't run from me, Jugs gotcha," and just basically making it sound like I'm trying to chase somebody down in this room
Mm-hmm.
in the hopes that somebody will come to investigate. And I will also stay put in my room.
Okay.
I'll pass it off to Dion.
Is the cannibal out of commission now, or yeah?
Well, I think all the other traps, they just spring once and then that's...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. I
So
think he
like
took a
most of the
nap.
traps like automatically do their thing, but they do it once. But it looks like your cannibal, you take him wherever, but you have to roll for him to do stuff.
Okay, so he's still around?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then
He seems kind of angry because like he was in the middle of eating something and then his food pushed him away.
yeah, I'm gonna sick the cannibal on him again. Be like, come on, get him. I got 1 success. 2
keep
ones. Does a 2 count as a fail?
Yeah.
And do they cancel out successes or?
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
he still gets the 1 success,
All right.
which is enough. So it's almost like when have you ever watched Old Boy where the dude just eats the living octopus, where like the thing's trying to squirm away, but he still just shoves it in. I told you, I'd stop running away from me. You're my food. You are my food. You get in my meat hole. Come back here. And he just like dislodges his mouth in a way that shouldn't be feasible and shoves what's left of this creature, this knight's head, into his mouth and just starts whipping it back and forth until you hear the neck crunch and snap.
Beautiful.
Poor guy got revived to just get brutally murdered again.
For some folks, dying once just ain't enough. So yeah, that was good. Okay. He is very dead, which means he won't get to do anything. And then yeah, who do you want to send out next? At this point,
Chuck.
Sure. So there's a dude in Dan's room, is that correct?
Yeah, there is a dude in. Yeah.
My room's clear, I think, isn't it?
Oh, so whenever the dude does the possession thing, that you have at least one guy who's still hidden.
Right. That's the one we don't know where he's at yet.
Yeah. You've got a reanimated dude in the smoking room, and you've got a twice killed knight over in the trippy room.
You know what? I'll just go up to the smoking room. And I'm gonna try and slap this dude real hard in the face.
Okay, I respect it.
So I could roll some dice. So this is gonna be another mosh check.
Cool.
I failed them all.
Shit.
I destroy my box.
So how do you go down in a blaze of glory?
Well, I'm so, this is the room that I know that Jeff's, mimic box is also in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so hyped and pumped from the last room that I come in, strut my stuff, doing the, the McMahon walk.
Yeah.
I see the dude there and I see Jeff's mimic box. I'm like trying to wink real hard at like Jeff's mimic box, like, check this shit out. It's going to be fucking great, without giving away that, he's a fucking, But I get so gung-ho into trying to wink really hard that I accidentally headbutt the little glass portal in the front of my box, breaking out the glass, falling out, and rolling across the floor, accidentally killing myself in a bout of extreme arrogance.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That's what I got.
I love it. That's great.
Is everyone who hasn't gone? Or is everyone gone?
Has Dan gone?
I haven't gone yet.
Dan needs to go.
It's true.
I'm not even sure what to do.
Don't do what I did.
Well, I was really thinking about it, but I guess I won't now.
I will say it will look into me on its turn. When its turn goes, it'll look into me, and then I'll get like a free mosh on its turn. Not saying I'll be successful, but like there's that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I'll just go back up to the room I was hanging out in and see if I can figure out where this guy's hiding at.
Okay. So you're going to go back up to the trivia room.
Back up to the trivia room where I feel most comfortable.
Okay.
It jives with my worldview.
I dig it. All right. Well,
so I'm not even sure what I can do at this point.
yeah, you can look across the way. You see the dude over in the smoking room. And the knight's dead, so there's no roll for him. So the dude in the smoking room first is we'll do Jeff's thing. It was a little finagly last round with the weird possession stuff.
Yeah.
But this time he is up and about.
Okay. So as he's peeking around, he opens me up and he's looking around, sticking his head. I got like there's some really nice things in there. It's some really nice stuff. There's like coupon books and stuff. And so it's digging around through coupon books.
Oh, probably some like buy one, get ones at the 7-Eleven.
And I have one success. So it'll take, I think it just takes 1 point of damage.
And that's enough.
Okay. Yeah. So it takes 1 point of damage. And if that's enough to kill it, I just... Yeah. And then my box closed, and there's no evidence of the fact that there was ever a phantom in here. There's absolutely no evidence that a phantom possibly was just eaten by a treasure chest.
You have completely erased all signs of the phantom menace, and I thank you for that, Jeff. I thank you for that.
Don't thank me. Thank Chesty McGee.
Thank you, Chesty McGee. Thank you. Meanwhile, there is stuff going down because the one remaining guy is doing sneaky things. And you guys are able to know whenever the apple's been grabbed. So at this point, whenever this thief, he did work his way up to the top and grab the apple, but at this point he is now visible. He's wrapped himself up with that shadow bind type spell, but he had to spend his whole turn grabbing the apple. He's probably not going to survive getting out. He just needs to take pride in the fact that he made it there.
You got to see it.
He got to see it. So who's going to be the first to go up there and try and murder this fool?
I'll go first since
Either that, or do we want the Juggernaut to?
Can he
bust through all the walls to the place?
Can he
Bust through
travel all
all
the
the
way
walls.
to the top?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
let's say like if Dan was the last skull to go, maybe Dan should nominate.
Oh yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
Can I travel up to that area from where I'm at right now?
Screw it. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna stomp up there and I'm gonna try to get into contact with this guy.
All right.
Thanks to my starting box feature, I've got Gladiator Crowd, so whenever I drop to 0 hit points, I can just stay at 1 hit, basically.
Yeah. So long as you had at least one success on Mosh, you just don't go down.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try to throw down with this fool. Ooh, there we go.
Do when you do. And okay. Yeah, you kill him. And how do you do it? Like, you come bursting in, like he's just grabbed the apple. It forced him to go visible. He's kind of got that like, oh shit look on his face as the Juggerbox comes storming in.
It's basically that scene in RoboCop where the ex-mayor gets punched out a window. Like one fist comes through the wall, another fist comes out, grabs him, and then just punches him from the top of the ziggurat as he falls to his death.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Dropping the apple behind.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think he regrets a lot of his life choices.
Yeah.
The good news is you made short work of that raid. That one guy tried to extend it a little bit by possessing and animating some folks, but it wasn't good enough to turn the tide by any means. So now you've got a little bit of time to potentially like try to upgrade traps or maybe lay down new traps if you want.
Yeah, I'll try to upgrade my room, hopefully.
Okay, give it a go.
There's no getting it there.
I mean, how do you improve a room within a room within a room within a room? It's already just
I would probably just put another room in it, but
you put another room, you maybe add one extra sign.
yeah. I suppose I could upgrade the features of my jugger box.
Yeah, so what you roll a d6, what's your upgrade you get?
Seismic toss. I get
Sounds
to give in to my inner but still dead ape, pick up a big hunk of rock, another raider, or another skull, and roll mosh. And I throw that bad sucker, or unfortunate comrade, as hard as I can. I deal a number of hits equal to my successes plus one against a raider in my zone.
That sounds delightful. All right, Zeeb. I suppose we can just kind of go round and about. Dion, do you want to try and upgrade your cannibal, or do you want to maybe set up a new trap, you think?
I'm gonna upgrade the cannibal because I think Chuck was right. I think I only eat one person with him because the first upgrade is he can eat 2 people instead now. So I think I want to do that so I can keep him around a little longer.
Okay.
So I just roll cool or
Mm-hmm.
all right. Boop. I got only 1 success. All right. So that does not work, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Andrew is still a very loyal cannibal, and he's really pleased with
Yeah.
you. It's just that he's kind of full. You know, he
Mm.
really went whole hog on that night. Like he's probably gonna be shitting blood because he ate a little bit of the armor too. But like, who cares?
It's fine.
It's seen worse. He'll be fine. We'll walk it off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep myself in the same room, the
Okay.
middle, and then what do I roll? Do I roll to pick the new ability or?
Roll a d6.
All right. So. Oh, oh my god. Okay. I got a 6. That is questioning the enlightened skull. Pick any of the other skulls and ask them a question, then roll weird. That skull is suddenly possessed by the spirits of the dead who will answer one question for every success that you have. These answers always come with way too much bratty sass, but are always truthful.
Weird. I mean, I guess you have to like force. Who do you want to force to answer you honestly?
Oh, I just use it once per raid, so that's like I imagine it's like I'd use it. I'm like, where is the hidden phantom?
Okay. Okay.
Or something like that, because that's like a once per raid ability that I gain.
Okay.
It's so
Yeah, man,
weird.
it's-
It says
it's an
skull.
odd-
Yeah, which is
Right?
weird. Like,
It's just for flavor. It says like I pick another skull and like they're like the focus of the enlightened one.
I'll say you can use it on an enemy just to make it fun,
Okay.
or you could use it on a friendly as well. That is a really weird ability.
It's just like speaking with the dead because I summon the
Yeah.
spirits of the dead with it. I don't know. It sounds interesting.
It is interesting. I give you that. Okay. Well then, Dan, how about you? You gonna make a new trap or try and upgrade your trap?
I want to try and upgrade it because if I get the 3 successes required to upgrade it, I can basically just destroy a zone,
Okay, I dig it.
which just sounds fun,
Yeah.
even if it's not very likely that I get it. And I was close. Dang, I was close. 2 successes on that, so.
Where you need 3, is that what it is?
Gotta have 3.
Oh man. Yeah, still,
It was a good set of D6 for me. I mean,
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to read through the page on that to see if you get to roll cool each raid. I think it's fair to let you re-roll your cool to see if you get more than one. When you roll cool, you create a number of nail arrows equal to your total amount of successes, then rig them up somehow and describe how the thing you're building. I guess for the moment, it does just the one per raid, since that's what was rolled when it was made. Okay. And what about
Yeah.
your personal upgrade?
I also got a 6. Apparently, we're all just hitting
Wow.
6s on the personal upgrades.
Six,
This one's lengthy. A hero dose. A normal dose isn't going to cut it when the chips are down and your apple is about to be stolen. At the beginning of a raid, eat all the shrooms your starting box feature produces and roll weird. For a total number of rounds equal to the combined numbers, you trip so incredibly hard that you gain powers equal to a minor deity. With these powers, you can do one of the following on your turn. A, shift one zone's position around with another, changing the map. B, summon
Ooh.
4th dimensional alien gnomes to fill your zone. They don't do anything, but anyone who sees them will sit and stare for one turn before looking away. And C, make any color around you stupid bright and rainbow vivid for pizzazz, and make it so all weird checks made by your school friends get a bonus success if successful.
Wow.
Nice.
So I'd just pick any of those 3 things on a turn.
That's insane. And you just roll now to see like how much of that you get for the upcoming raid?
Yeah, I just at the start of the raid, I'll roll my starting feature and see how many successes I get.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Unfortunately, I only roll 2 weird, so capacity is pretty low.
It's okay. It's all right. What about Big Red? You thinking of doing a new trap or trying to improve?
If you make a new trap, it removes the old one, right? Yeah. The fire pit never got to go off, so I'm gonna let it hang out there and try and improve it. So yeah, I need to roll cool. And,
you know what that's fault of? A really shitty DM. I got too caught up in the other nonsense.
That's all right. So, my cool is 4. I get 1 success, and I needed 2 successes.
Isn't a 5 a success?
Is it? I forget that. Yes.
Yeah, 5
is
and
success.
6.
Yeah. All right. So
many
with 2
freebie games.
Yeah. So when I was at the supermarket looking for things to bash heroes in with, I also bought some aloe vera gel. So me and all my friends can chill in the Spitfire geyser without getting burned.
So you all just kind of like oil up and get your sheen on. And
Yeah. And so now, I might hang out in the fire room at the start of this,
would you go so far as to say you just let your soul glow?
Oh, shit.
Just let your soul glow.
That's fantastic. And then I need to upgrade too, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I get my box repaired and all my hit points back.
You do. It's a little messy. They kind of drag you back up to the tree where the golden apple is at, and your box kind of regenerates itself.
Yeah. All right, so I get the setting off the fire alarms upgrade.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. I stand still and roll weird. Afterwards, a metric ton of smoke billows forth from me, filling the zone top to bottom for 1 turn per success. Any raiders in that zone find their lungs and eyes becoming the greatest enemy, becoming unable to target anyone else in the zone with attacks or magic. Okay, so
Hmm.
yeah, you can
Smoke
just,
screen sort of thing. That's cool.
yeah. All right, so yeah,
Cool. Speaking of smoking, chilling out down in the smoking lounge. How's Chester McGee doing?
Doing all right. Gonna try to upgrade the Black Speech gramophone.
Okay.
I have a grand total of 1 cool, so here's my 1 chance at it. And
One chance.
I rolled a 6, so I
There you
got
go.
to upgrade it. One of the reasons I picked this one is because I only had 1 cool, so that the chances of upgrading needed to have something that only had like 1 success that would upgrade it, and it does. So it's got Everbliss Idiot. When you roll 1, so basically it does stuff to people with 3 hits or more now. It's not just like 2 and under, so I can do damage to people over who
Oh
do
yeah,
3.
it's like so people with 3 hits get hit for 2.
2,
And
and
people
then
with
they
2
get stunned or
are
something.
just
Yeah, because they will suffer 2 hits of damage and wander around slack-jawed and confused for another round.
That's
So
wonderful.
that's the Black Speech gramophone. So yeah, so I guess I just, having done like the beta testing for what kind of insults, I just decided to kind of keep, just kind of went back to the drawing board, did some workshopping with everybody, with all the other skulls, and tried to figure out like, now that we saw who was coming in the Raiders, I really got a feel for exactly what was wrong with them, and so we recorded some stuff. Yeah, we recorded some stuff.
Nice.
So then for my Mimic Box upgrade, let's see. 4. So I have, I was hoping I would get this one. Mimicked Virology. So sometimes you got to pretend to be something else other than a mimic. So when I roll this option, I can pick another box of my choice and roll for one of their features, and then I can use that feature for 1 raid.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Nice.
what don't we have? Isn't there like 1 we don't have yet?
Yes.
Because
What
The
is it?
music box, I think.
Yeah, the music
Yeah.
box.
So I'll pick the music box.
Oh,
then.
that feels fitting.
Yeah. And it's a really classy room that I'm in.
Yeah, it really is. Like you've definitely set up a vibe in here.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then I eat you, or I insult you and your mother. And so I will roll then on its upgrade features, and this is what I get. I get Welcome to Paradise. Paradise for us is hell for them. I play the song of your dreams and I roll weird. And for each success, a raider of my choice is going to have to smash something they own while screaming with joy.
Weird.
Yep. So that's the extra ability I basically have this round.
I love it.
Okay.
One other nice thing that happens, you've got a little bit of downtime before the second wave hits. There is to call him a friend is maybe generous, but you've got basically there's like this anthropomorphic fox named Foxbite, who is pretty well known to be a grave digger, a corpse raider, but he does find like all the best shit. Hey, you guys, I heard I got a little bit of trouble going down, and I have some stuff. Maybe I could let loose with something. Like maybe I give you something now, you let me loot the bodies later. Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I mean, you can clean out the bodies that are here still.
Yeah. I mean, I might have already started doing that, of course, but courtesy, I should let you know some of the things I've been looking around. Look at, obviously just want you to search your souls and just try and go with what feels right to you. Been searching around this land. I got this here guitar of the Reverend Reaver. Got myself a Molotov cocktail. Got a thorn wrapped skull ball bat. I get this here beautiful ivory white Zippo lighter. Any of those speak to you boys?
I like the Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
Car. I feel like I got a music vibe going. You know.
Hey, I can run out and make a run for one of them. I don't think I'm gonna have time to run out and get more than one before the
okay.
next batch of folks shows up. So we'll let y'all talk amongst yourselves, see who wants what.
I'm super cool with you taking that guitar.
Nah, it's all good. I'm just looking at what they do here. No, it's okay. I've got extra music stuff I'm doing this round anyways. So take the extra fire.
Fire.
What does the bat do?
So what the bat does, if you ever want to play ball with the Everblissians, you're going to need a bat like this. This handheld cataclysm has been wrapped in thorn vines sharp enough to shear through steel and poke through the toughest dragon's hide. Foxbite will sell it to the skulls only if they engage in a giant mosh pit with each other. To the victor go the spoils. Determine this by having all the skulls roll 1d6 with the highest winning. Then each skull will describe how it happens. On a tie, roll those bones again. When the skull wants to hit someone with a thorn-wrapped skullball bat, they need to roll mosh and choose a raider in their zone. The raider takes a number of hits equal to twice the total successes rolled. So basically, it doubles your damage on mosh.
Be really good for
Could
you,
be
Jeff,
good.
especially with your fire ability.
Well, it sounds like we don't get to pick who it goes to necessarily.
Yeah, that one does have like a little bit of chaos to it. Like you only get the bat if you guys do a mosh pit. And basically, it's a roll off. Everybody rolls a d6.
I don't know. The Molotov's cool. I do already have a couple fire things I can do. I was thinking the skull wrap bat might be good for the Juggernaut.
Mm.
Of course, then we would have to fight to see who actually gets it. Can Nasty Solo.
I think the Molly's better than the guitar.
All right. Do we want to go with the Molotov?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it looks like you get 3 Molotov. If you go with the Molotov cocktail, you get 3 of them, it sounds like. Anarchy can be sold just like anything else. If the skulls tell Foxbite the most chaotic, explosive fantasy. So the price for this one, you've got to share your deepest, darkest, preferably fire-based fantasy. And then you get 3 of them. Using them is easy. Light the napkin stuffed in the front with whatever heat source you can find. Throw it at something in your zone. And then roll mosh or cool. And if you hit, the raider suffers 2 hits and then another hit each turn until they put themselves out. So it's like a souped up version of the ability you already have.
Yeah. There's 3 of them. Can we split those up, or does just one person get the 3?
Yeah, screw it. Split it up. If it says you get 3, but he's gonna, for every person who takes one, Foxbite, it's just a thing for him. He sometimes has weird little prizes. All right, I'll split it up, but that means I want you to tell me your deepest, dirtiest fantasy, preferably with some fire involved.
Sure. I can start. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
You know how when you're grilling hot dogs and you let them go too long and they get all like black and hard, like bricks?
I love it when they're black and hard.
That's gorgeous. Absolutely wonderful. Fantastic.
Setting that one up there.
I want to grill some hot dogs and char them so bad they become like fossilized wood. And then I want to sharpen that wood, those fossilized hot dogs, into like shanks. And then I want to go stab that one clerk at the grocery store that won't sell me cigarettes because I don't have an ID.
Like it. I like it.
So there's fire, there's stabbing, there's underage smoking.
I like it. Yeah.
Everything
All right,
you need.
Who else is getting a Molotov?
Can I have Molly?
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a fantasy, Lich. Tell me.
Consensual postmarital sex in the missionary position for the sole sake of human procreation, with the lights all turned off and all photos of relatives facing away from the action.
Good God, what a horrible thing to
What a
say.
monster.
Stop talking. Take the Molotov and go away.
Never ask an evil lich what they're into. It's so bad you can't even imagine.
Okay, fine. All right, who's getting the last one?
I don't even know if I want one after that story.
You know, after that story, all I want's a cigarette.
Me too.
He gives you the. Hey,
You
it
got a
takes
lighter? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll give this back to you when I get the chance.
All right.
Well, yeah, I'll save it for after the Raiders come.
All right. So you do. Shortly after he leaves, your next batch of raiders shows up. And because I just like doing it that way, I kind of split them up a little bit. You see, this one kind of has like a different vibe to it. Again, at your west and east entrances, you see like a couple of like these short, squat dudes just covered in leathers and wearing like antler helms, a couple of shamans, and each of them is leading these giant elks that have like a third eye on their forehead. And also alongside them are these gelatinous cubes of just slime just kind of slowly oozing their way in. And then on the, we'll go even on the left, odd on the right. All right, even on the left. On the left, there's an extra person who's just like this short, 4 foot tall, just disheveled figure with hair spiking out in every direction and little glasses and all sorts of little tinkering tools on him. And he's just chittering. And that's what has
Brought
showed
an
up.
angry nerd with them.
They brought an angry, twitchy nerd with them. None of these figures have any special ability that lets them go before other people. They haven't acted yet, so they haven't like triggered any traps. But you guys can all take your turns and go because you're laying in wait for them. So anybody who wants to do anything before they do something, you are welcome to do so.
I do want to set up. I think I'm gonna do the gnomes on this one.
Okay. Where are you going to set up those gnomes?
I think I might set them up as kind of like a last defense on the golden apple.
Okay. So if somebody does make it there, they
get stuck on the room for a turn, and it gives us some time to react.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna do something too.
Okay. What you want to do, man?
I'm gonna summon skeletons. Yay.
Always good plan.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Now, I didn't get any successes on my starting box roll, so does that mean I don't have any like mushroom sharing when people first encounter me?
Yeah, so it makes you actually roll it out. I didn't have your page pulled up.
It's let me find it. I'm not on it right now either.
Is another one that it says another, or is it?
It says another.
I think if it says another, I think it's fair that you should get one.
Okay.
I think for now we're gonna skew in favor of the players. This is our first time playing for all of us, so we're gonna skew in favor of killing heroes. So that's what we do.
Hell yeah! I got one skeleton, and he's gonna be in my zone with me.
Okay. And are you still hanging out in your trippy room?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out there with Andrew, and this is Edna.
Andrew and Edna. Nice. What a classy skeleton. She sounds lovely.
Oh, she sucked like a Hoover.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I respect that. All right. Who's going after you?
Chuck.
So they.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. They all
Yeah.
came through the door on the bottom left.
And there's like they're split. So you have, much like last time, you see them kind of split. There's a pretty equal party on both sides. On both sides is a shaman, a giant weird monstrous elk, and a gelatinous ooze, or like a cubed slime. You see all three of those on both sides. The left is weighted a little bit heavier because they've got that weird little tinkerer with them.
Well, I'm gonna go right because that's where the fire is.
Yes.
So I'm gonna stroll in there, and I'm gonna say, "Monkey, drop the lighter."
Nice.
And the monkey activates my trap. Let's see. It deals 3 hits to everything in the zone. But not me, because I'm covered in, aloe vera.
Not you. All right, let me see how many hit points
The
these guys have.
monkey isn't, though.
Yeah, we got to get the next monkey out.
Or monkey, but not really.
Well, we know what we're having for dinner.
Okay. So that's him. And I think. Yeah, I don't think, and that's not a weird, you don't roll weird to that, right? Is it cool?
When I put it in, I roll cool.
Okay. Yeah. So if it's not a weird check, then yeah. So basically, help me flavor out this group of 5, like, hey man, like we heard you guys have like an apple or something, and like I was told if I can just get in there and like grab it, they'll set me up for life. That'd be really great. This is my pet, and that used to be my buddy Steve, but now he's an ooze. That shit happens. Hey man, what's your monkey doing up there?
Getting ready to cook dinner, friend.
Oh man, that sounds great. I'm so fucking hungry, man. What are you eating?
You, monkey.
Oh.
And then the monkey
Oh,
drops
man.
it, and the smell of pepperoni and villager and grease flares up in the room, roasting all of them alive.
I hope that like pepperoni scent just wafts through the whole dungeon.
It does.
Yeah.
Because 3 damage is on the nose enough to kill all of them.
Noise.
So yeah, they just right off the bat, you killed everybody in that room.
Killed the ooze, too.
Yeah.
I think we have a chance to turn it, right? If you like reduce some, did it go to 0 or negative?
You took it even down to -1.
Oh. Because there's a thing that says if you give them something after reducing it to 0 hits, it changes sides and works for you and gains all its hits back.
Well,
I would make the argument that at least for this group, like that thing got burned beyond. Like it's just sizzled.
That's fair.
It's cooked. It's well done.
creme brulee.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and since I'm in Jeff's room, the room of Jeff, I think it's fair that Jeff goes next.
What are you gonna do, Jeff?
Okay, so I was reading this bone box musician ability. Is there anyone in my room, by the way?
Not yet.
Okay.
They haven't gone yet.
So
Give me just
the
a
Welcome to
second, I'll be
Paradise
back.
ability doesn't actually say I have to be in the same zone as them.
Oh.
So I think I can actually do something on my turn.
Ooh.
And I
What?
was- yeah, I know, it's weird. I think, who knows? I'm going to just like manifest like a small little crank on the side of my chest, and I'm just going to crank it, and it's going to be a music box. I'm just going to be like a music box for a little bit, and then it's just going to be like Sinatra. It's just like echoing down to like the first floor, and it's just beautiful. And it gets into like the mind of that like geeky little guy, maybe, or no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then the geeky little guy. And so, and the geeky little guy, he's got class, right? He's a geek, he's got class. So he just is gonna start smashing because he hears the chairman like just walking down from floor 2. So you gotta like smash something. So he's very excited because it's a beautiful song.
Okay.
So I don't know mechanically what that does. It just says he has to smash something in joy. So he smashes something they own while screaming with joy.
Okay. So what I'm going to do for that is a lot of his stuff involves dealing with traps and weird stuff like that. If he's going to like break one of his tools. So if he rolls the result that would allow him to disarm a trap, I'm going to force him to ignore that for this turn. I feel like he's just like, you know what it is? He grabs out a cowbell and then he takes out one of his tools he would normally use to disarm traps and he just starts whacking the shit out of that fucking cowbell because he needs more.
Only cure.
And the rest of his group's like, hey, man, like, you're kind of fucking up all your equipment there, man. Like, you shut the fuck up. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. You're not the boss of me. Then, yeah, he just loses his shit and breaks some of his tools. All right.
And then Juggerbox, I think, still has to go, right?
Yeah.
All right, Jake, you're up.
All right, I'm going to head down to the... I think I'll head down to the... Well, everybody got torched in the eastern entrance, didn't they?
Yeah, they are just fucking dead.
I'll go to the western entrance then.
Yep, there's a big old group of people there for you.
Good. I'm gonna try and mosh around.
And I think I may have done something. I think unless something says you can target more than one person, you have to choose the person you target. So,
there's a gelatinous cube there, right?
yes.
Oh, that's who I'm targeting.
Okay.
I want to crush that cube.
You should.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay. So you take 2 points of damage for the 2 that weren't successes, but you do a point of damage to the cube. Let me see. Double check myself on how many hit points it's got. Okay. So take that cube and it's still up. But you've put some hurting on it.
I've also put some hurting on me too, so I'm down to 1 hit point as well.
It's kind of your typical, like your classic gelatinous ooze, where like you're punching it and you're displacing it.
Well,
but
I tried to step down on it, like just come out of the ceiling and just stomp it, but then it just like swallowed up over my feet, and it's doing.
Yeah, the acids are kind of like burning away at you at your suit a little bit.
It did what Gelatinous Cube do.
It did what Gelatinous Cube do. That is true.
What a jerk.
What a jerk. All right. Is that all have all the boxes gone?
I don't think no, I started, didn't I? So yeah.
Okay. Because Lich made the skeleton. So yeah, now I guess.
Turn was so quick I forgot about it.
Yeah, this one went pretty fast. So they all have a giant Juggerbox kind of in their way.
Stomping around.
So first I'm going to roll for... I feel like I should roll for the Gelatinous Cube first. Let's see what he does. All things end. The cubed slime sits on top of a trap or item that the skulls have and then melts it, completely destroying what that was. If there are no valid targets in the cube slime zone, it instead uses slow doom crawl. Holy shit, this thing can just automatically destroy a trap in a room. And if there's not a trap, it just does a different move. So since there are no traps in this room, it initially like looks around for something to dissolve. There's nothing there to dissolve. So instead it does a move called slow doom crawl. The cubed slime moves slowly towards the skull in its zone. The skull has to succeed on Mosh, or else be trapped inside of the cubed slime, where it'll suffer 1 hit point per round, unless spends a turn escape. So it's a very similar effect to like Chuck's fire. So you come down, you stomp on it, and then even though you do damage, it just kind of starts like slowly engulfing you.
So I got to get a success on Mosh, or I'm
Yep.
gulped down. Yeah, it's a success.
Mosh or your mush.
Yeah. It tries to swallow you up. You're not having that shit. No way. Okay, so then let's go with our little dude who is like drumming his drums. What does he do? All right. He would do something, but it specifically calls on him using his tools, which we've established that if it does, because he's broken that shit, he doesn't. Otherwise, he might have tried to burrow somewhere and do something terrible. But that's not happening. So he spends his turn
Blue
basically.
Eyes just made sure he didn't do that. Old Blue
Yeah.
Eyes.
So he
I
basically.
know I'm going completely against the heavy metal aesthetic. I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
No, it's fine. It's witchcraft. Wicked witchcraft.
All right. So then next up we have our elk. So this elk is pretty. It's fucking huge. It's like 8 foot tall at the shoulder. I don't know how that even makes sense that this thing is in this temple, but it's huge. It reminds me, like the picture of it reminds me of like the Princess Mononoke stuff a little bit. So it got a 3, and on a 3, it is going to do the Monarch's Blade. The Irish elk swings its massive horns back and forth, making every skull in its zone roll mosh. If you fail your mosh check, you take 2 damage. I think you're the only skull in here.
Yep. Yep.
But you keep on moshing.
Yeah. The silly bitch, your weapons can't harm me. I'm the Juggerbox.
And you got 2 successes. So I imagine you basically just catch 1 horn in each hand and just shake your head. No. At which point all that's left is that Shaman's like, man, you guys are like, you're really kind of botching this for me, you know? Like, I thought we were going to come in and just get some easy cash or something, but like, I guess I'll just have to resort to doing a sudden shroom seal. The shaman throws a handful of coffee shrooms at a skull in their zone. The skull has to roll weird, and if they fail, black coffee shrooms burst from their box, making it so they can't do anything until the end of the next round.
Oh, no. Well, luckily my weird is excellent, so bam.
Dang.
So he basically tries to do pocket sand. Pocket sand!
Little did he know you were prepared.
Yeah, because you're the Juggerbox, bitch.
Yeah.
So you have successfully held off the entire team in that room. They all tried to do their stuff to you. They all failed. They're all still stuck in that room. Who was the
moshing?
Yeah, they're just moshing in there, and it's not going well for them. Who was the last box to go?
I think it was Jake.
I think it was me.
Or
All right, Jake, who do you want to go next?
I think Dion.
Perfect. I'm gonna move into the room with the Juggerbox, bitch.
What?
And I'm gonna roll cool to release my psycho. I get 1 success.
Okay.
I want him to eat the tunneling dude because if the tunneling dude is reduced to 0 by a trap, he joins our side.
Ooh, that's clever.
So
And guess what? Do you know? So I'm trying to think of how to flavor this because that dude has exactly 1 point. So this hits it on the nose. So how help me understand, because I think we've established that Andrew is like.
Yeah. Andrew's still got like a distended, sagging, sloshing gut because he
Yeah.
literally swallowed that knight whole.
Yeah.
So he like goes up and like takes like a chunk out of this dude's arm because he like swung at him and he like caught it and like but then he realized like he's full still. So he kind of like goes off after that and like takes a nap. But the tunneling Yasuri is like freaked out and is like, I'm so sorry. And the lich box is just like, work for me or I'll make sure he finishes the job or something. Cool. Now we
Okay.
just gotta kill that elk and then he'll join us because I just killed another raider by
Yeah. All right. So you now have like an indentured servant. Totally cool. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
All right. Who goes next?
Dan.
I don't even know what to do. I'm not so great at moshing, but maybe
Do you have a Molotov?
I don't. Maybe we'll do I have one more round of my crazy tripping out here, so
Okay.
so maybe I'll head down. I'm up at the top, so am I able to get down to that entry zone, or do I need
Sure
to
you
wait a
can.
turn? Okay.
Sure. You know this temple like the back of your hand. Of course you can.
I'm thinking I may just go ahead and shoot out a bunch of fourth dimensional gnomes in this room too.
Nice.
And basically just buy us a free turn.
So everybody they all just kind of zonk out, stare at the weird. What do your like fourth dimensional gnomes look like?
I mean, I assume that they're just like rainbow and then some incomprehensible colors that don't exist in our reality.
Wonderful. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys get a full another round with them, because they all completely lose their next turn, and it's a quarter to midnight, or maybe past that. I think it's fair to say if you guys all get a full round and then another round, I think we could just argue you take this room out.
We got Molotov cocktails to throw. We got fire. We got goddamn Juggerbox.
Juggerbox. He was
All
probably
right.
who I was going to pick next anyways, just to see if he can just hammer them down.
Word.
And then now coming into the final fight, I leave it up to you. So you've recruited your little tunneling dude, the little tinkerer guy, before the final raid, and you're correct on the condition for the elk. You have to reduce another raider to 0, and then if the elk witnesses you reduce another raider to 0, and then you bring it down, you can potentially bring it to your side. But would you do that, or would you just burn that elk down?
I mean, if it's more things to help us fight in our dungeon, I think we could use some minions. I summon skeletons and stuff. I of course I want more minions.
Okay. Where would
So,
you put your minions, your tinkerer and your
I mean, I'd put probably the elk in the I'm gonna put it in the room with the apple. I think I want like a line of defense there, both of them
Okay.
defending the apple.
Okay. So we'll put the elk up there. What about your little tweaker?
Him too, up there by the apple. I just want to
Okay.
really defend that now.
Hell yeah. All right. Then everybody's got a chance to try and upgrade a trap and or do a personal upgrade.
I'm going to stubbornly roll again.
You
Yeah,
can. I know you can do it.
I got 3 successes. Oh my god.
What does 3 get you on your
the best one.
Oh my god, is that the
So,
zombie one?
yes,
The
if I get
infectious
3,
cannibal bite?
yep, his bite will turn the first raider they've tried to eat into a zombie cannibal too. They'll also wander around and deal 1 hit to anything they find until their former comrades decide to take them out.
That's wonderful.
So if he goes down, I basically get another zombie for until that one dies.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, that's why I wanted it, because I was like,
What-
zombies, skeletons.
And what's great is because
amazing.
he was eating basically a zombie earlier, like he was eating reanimated flesh. Maybe that's kind of caused him to have the infectious bite.
Right. He's just like, I don't feel so good. Bleh, brains.
I think maybe I put something bad in my meat hole. I think my meat hole's compromised.
And I got the new ability, the rot that plagues all dead things. Death
Ooh.
never comes with a clean bill of health. Roll weird and choose a raider in your zone. All their clean flesh begins to rot itself away, preventing them from healing or moving for 1 round per success.
Wow. You guys are gonna completely just demolish this last raid. That's good. That's good. You should do that to them.
I actually have one more question.
Okay.
And maybe it's good. Maybe it's reaching for overkill, but that gelatinous cube from before that was in the room too. If we reduce that to 0 and fed it a Molotov cocktail, would it join us?
I don't know if you fed it a Molotov cocktail, but if you fed it one of the other bodies, maybe. Does anybody else feel like that they would have some sort of food on them to offer?
I mean, the shaman is good food.
There you go.
You just
Sure.
throw him up with the frickin' apple too. You just want an army of beasts around that apple.
Yep. So there's a giant elk, a gelatinous cube, and like a little, basically a gnome, like a tweaked out gnome.
I'll walk into a bar.
They all walk into a bar.
I figure this is a situation where like the golden apple's just sitting in the gelatinous cube as like the classic trap of like you reach in for the apple and then you reach into the cube.
I mean, I can't argue against that. That does seem like the ideal way to handle that. Okay. Who else has got any upgrades or whatnot to do?
I rolled another 6 on my personal upgrade, which would just give me another seismic toss.
Nice. Okay.
Now on the personal upgrade, do you just use that personal upgrade last round when you roll it this time? It's just different and you just use whatever you roll this time?
You might get something different, or sometimes you might get the same thing again, which means you
Sure.
can do it twice around. Or
Okay.
a raid. Sorry.
Interesting. So I feel like mine conflict with each other.
Oh yeah, what'd you get on your?
I got bad trip. Not everyone's ready for what you got to offer. Whenever someone eats one of your shrooms, they have one heck of a terrible trip. Also, if you mark your shrooms as bad trips, they'll work on people with up to 5 hits. Sucks, and you'll feel bad for them after 2 rounds of having a bad trip. They'll leave the dungeon. But if I use the hero dose, I consume all of my shrooms. So
The other one can work on somebody that has up to 5 hits.
yeah.
Well, it gives you a couple of options. It's a little different, yeah. What about I see?
I got no successes in anything.
All right. How about our resident Chesty McGee? What you got there?
So I didn't bother to roll anything for the trap because the next upgrade requires 2 successes in cool, and I only have 1 in cool, so it's impossible.
I know you're just not that cool. I get it.
Yeah, it's true. But I did roll, and I rolled when I rolled my upgrade for my box. I got the same thing, which basically gives me another ability. So I'm doing. So the second one I got is Angel of Death. I also went from the musician box.
Okay.
I can let out my deepest howl, and I roll weird. If my successes equal or exceed some punk's remaining hits, their head explodes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's exciting.
Yeah. I only have 2 weird, though, so got to get them low first.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah,
kind of cool.
it is.
What about Big Red?
So
Get your trap upgraded. Yeah.
my trap's already upgraded, so I'll just be resetting my pit full of villager Pizza Hut biodiesel, and I'll get another monkey set up. I rolled my upgrade, and I got the same thing I had last time, which was the smoke. So
Okay.
yeah, I got my Molotov. I'm gonna start this raid in the bottom right entrance. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I may start this one on the bottom left just so I can potentially give someone a bad trip quickly.
All right. So I want somebody on the team to make a call on behalf of the team of whether odd or even is in your favor.
I feel like odd's got to be in our favor because this is just an odd game.
Okay. Odd is in your favor. Which entrance do you want the queen to come into?
Right,
Sure.
fire room.
Fire room. That's easy.
Of course. So as the final raid approaches, you see riding atop this giant, like bedazzled demon toad, Queen, the Saint Queen Sophronia, upon her royal steed, marches towards your tower, and beside her are 2 berserkers, 2 warlocks, and also some dirty lurker that will do dirty lurker things. Now I have done my reconnaissance, and I know that this is the safest entrance, and so I will march my forces right through to your chapel. You can surrender now, or no pain. Do you surrender?
Never.
What do you say,
No.
monkey?
Right.
Can we ask the monkey to answer her?
You can, although one member of her party she gets to go first. That's just one of her abilities. She gets to go first, and her lurker get to go first.
Okay.
But yeah, the monkey's kind of getting ready to go, but despite her ridiculous nature, she's fairly adept, as is her lurker. She'll let her lurker go first, though. He will roll 3, which means that he can do mine free. So was there anybody down in the bottom right corner?
I am.
Okay. The lurker uses their psionic abilities to freeze every trap inside of the zone they're in. Until the beginning of the next round, no traps can be activated.
That's rude.
Ouch.
So basically, she has her dude come in, and she sends him in first. He looks up at the monkey and just kind of does like a psionic, grabs them around. You see like some weird purple energy around it. He looks back to his queen and kind of nods. She nods approvingly back to him. That was kind of a dick move, and I apologize.
No, it's all right. That's how it goes.
It's what she would do.
Yeah.
And she, after letting her person do his thing, she'll roll hers. She'll roll a 6. And so Saint Queen Sophronia will use the Zen Song of Everbliss. Sophronia plays her #1 single, which revitalizes all the raiders she's brought with her. Any raider who isn't dead has all the hits restored. Any raider who was dead comes back to life with 1 hit, but nobody's dead. She just gets everybody really pumped. So basically, she just kind of walks in, and I think it's just her gloating as she has her minion like disable your trap, and then she sings, "You're dumb, Sophronia. Why'd you do that?" All right. Well, that's all their first round stuff. Who was the last SkullBox to act?
Was that Jake?
I think so. Jake, who do you nominate to go first?
Chuck.
Yeah, I throw my goddamn Molotov cocktail.
Did I get a turn?
Last round?
I don't think I got a turn because
I thought you summoned a skull.
did I summon a skeleton?
Yeah, you've got two skeletons.
Because I got to roll weird to summon the skeletons. I didn't roll
Well,
anything.
We didn't even go this raid yet.
Yeah, this is like a new raid.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was okay. I thought we just
Yeah.
did the first turn, and I'm
No.
like, wait.
You guys just utterly
My bad.
demolished the last raid. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
you didn't buy it dinner. Like you didn't give it cab fare. You just kind of
No, I know. I thought we just went through the first round
him
already. and I
behind the
got
dumpster
really
and
confused. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, I throw my Molotov at the queen.
As you should. I get it.
I get to roll Mosh, which is 6d6. And if I get a success, she takes 2 points of damage, and she continues burning until she dedicates a round to extinguishing herself.
Oh boy.
I got a 5, so 2 points of damage.
Okay, so that'll take her down.
And yeah, 2 points. And another point each turn they don't dedicate to putting themselves out.
Ooh. Rough. Okay, so I've marked down her 2 health.
There we
She
go.
is she's not pleased. She thought she had a good winning plan. And then you burned her anyways.
Yes, I did.
She's in the middle of singing and gloating about stopping your fire trap, and you just burned her anyways. Who goes next?
Anyway.
Let's have Dion go.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm not gonna summon skeletons this time. I'm gonna walk into
What?
the fire pit room,
Uh-huh.
see that the trap didn't go off. Notice the monkey's kind of like paralyzed or something.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna see a queen on fire.
Ooh, yes.
So I'm going to use the route that plagues all dead things and roll weird and choose the queen as my target.
Oh no.
So that's 66. I got 4 successes.
Oh my God.
For 4 rounds, she cannot heal or move. And that I think that means she can't put herself out for 4 rounds. I don't know.
Well, she can't heal or move.
Yeah, it says you can't heal or move for the number of rounds per successes. So 4 rounds, she's stuck in here, which means, this round the trap can go off after this round, so she'll just be on fire more for 3 more rounds.
Yeah, I don't know, because healing and moving, your action puts you out, though, right? I don't know.
But I can see the argument that if you can't move, you can't take the action to put yourself out. Which is
This sucks.
And that did 4 damage to her as well, or it just does the freezing
No.
effect?
It doesn't do any damage. She can't heal or move for 4 turns.
Which means she'll just keep fucking burning for 4 turns. And she's in a very dangerous room.
Does my skeleton get a turn? Oh no, he stays in that room. He doesn't follow me. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Well, that was well played. Well played. Okay.
I'm gonna give the turn to Chesty.
Chesty McGee.
So man, there's really just nothing we can do. I doubt she's at 2 health or less, so I'm not gonna bother with Angel of Death yet.
Turn, who knows?
And she's on the bottom right, correct? She's like where
Yeah.
I'm on the overlay.
So this time around, instead of splitting their forces, she came in like planning to just rush from one side with all her folks.
Okay.
But it did not go quite as she planned.
And do you move and act, or you just do one or the other?
I've been letting everybody else just kind of move to wherever they want to be.
I think I will hike up my chest, like I'm I have like an old school like 1850s like Southern belle dress and just
Uh-huh.
sort of waddle over to who is that on the right side? Right side middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like basically playing like safety. I'm in Dan's square now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go ahead and do Welcome to Paradise. And I will. Is the lurker still alive?
Yes.
I will go ahead and I will waft down sounds of Tony Bennett, and I will get the lurker to start headbanging to Tony Bennett and destroy, smash something that they own while screaming in joy.
Okay, nice.
And then I guess let's see, Dan, you have to go still, right? So Dan.
Yeah, I feel like I just got to do what I did last time because I only got one shot at it, which is just to drop a bunch of gnomes all over in that room and just ruin everything.
Gonna make everybody in that room lose their next action.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sorry.
they're screwed.
Beautiful.
I've only got one turn to do it this round, so.
Okay. No, you do and you do, and that means none of them get to do anything. And normally the queen would get a second action at the end. She gets to go first and she gets to go last. But she doesn't. And because she gets an action where she didn't do anything, she takes a point of fire damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like the rigor mortis is like frozen in her face, and you see the eyes kind of start to widen in fears. She realizes just how screwed she is.
I assume that the
combo.
gnomes are all pointing and laughing.
It's also really cool because like my thing makes her flesh
Somehow.
rot slowly, so it's
Mhm.
like she's burning and rotting. Just probably smells delightful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, so none of them get to do anything. And so yeah. Who gets nominated to go first next round? Or actually, I guess she's still no, she can't move. And she can't she can't do anything.
Does she still get to go first on the round?
She does, but she can't move or do anything, which means she's on fire. Which means she just takes more damage. So that's her. Yeah. So she just continues to silently burn and weep in the flames.
Yeah.
I want to make sure Juggernaut gets a chance to throw in here and do
Yes.
something fun before she probably gets immolated.
Probably.
All right, in that case, I'm going to run in and try to seismic toss the guy who's like, stopping the monkey from setting off the fire trap.
The lurker.
Yeah, the lurker. I'm going to pick up the lurker and throw him at the queen.
Yeah,
Ban
he's in
him
the middle,
from
like
chat.
he's in the middle of like rocking out, listening to some strange song that's been put in his head. Doesn't even see it coming.
Yeah, he's humming along to Tony Bennett, and then I'm like, "Oh, it's the Juggerbox, bitch!" and I throw him at the queen.
Excellent.
And 5 is a success, so that'll do 1 success plus 1 for the seismic toss. 2 damage to the queen.
The queen is down to 2 hit points.
Excellent.
Not that there might be somebody who's talking about, that's important.
Yeah.
She may be about to get toasty.
I think I'll return the favor, and I'll pick Dan to go next.
Oh, I already went, so.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll just go to Chuck.
So does the monkey unfreeze finally?
Yep.
Hey monkey. Go ahead and drop your lighter.
It does. And so that trap does 3 damage.
Yup.
That there are, because when she gave like buffer health to the people around her, but when she dies, they lose their buffer health.
Oh,
which means that 3 damage is enough.
Kill everybody.
That whole room is dead. So please regale me with this glorious fire and how it.
yeah. So the monkey drops the lighter, slow mo, it tumbles, lands into the pizza villager flavored biodiesel. Just whoosh! This giant gout of fire roars up, washing over the jugger box and the tender box, but they're covered in aloe vera, so it doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Totally cool.
As the queen stands there watching this inferno roll towards her, a single tear rolls down her cheek, but evaporates and burns away before it gets to her chin, killing the queen.
Everyone.
That's wonderful. And with that, you guys have sent a clear message to the sellouts and the posers of Everbliss. They will think twice before trying to raid your ziggurat once more for the golden apple of discord. You have maintained the sanctity of chaos and magic in your realm.
And a strong scent of Pizza Hut wafts through the air.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And Andrew's starting to get peckish.
Andrew's
He
got
just
plenty
kinda-
of heat. You know what I was
Yeah.
thinking? We could recollect all of this, greasy grossness that that I harvested, and I could sell it back to Pizza Hut because they always need plenty of grease for their pizzas.
It's true. They do need a lot of grease.
I do. And you can maybe even sell them some new Princess Roni.
Oh, there
New
you go.
topping.
There you
Limited
go.
edition.
Princess Roni.
So
I
we
love it.
locked all the enemies for this raid into one room and just burnt them to death.
Yeah, like basically they're like, because what I did to try and be fair is I wrote on a sheet ahead of time what the general strategy was going to be. Because otherwise it would feel kind of cheap to be like, oh, I know they put traps in this room, I'm going to specifically be a jerk. But like the last raid's plan was to just have like a bum rush.
Okay.
And they get unlucky on the side that they chose.
They chose
Well,
the fire
that we
side.
chose.
Yeah.
One dice roll I made tonight mattered the most.
There you go. There you
Like-
go.
In theory, between the gelatinous ooze type guys being able to destroy traps, the tinkerer guy can destroy traps, and her lurker guy can also help prevent traps. Her last squad there was really good in just straight up fights, and she had set up other people that would potentially clear a path. No, wasn't happening.
It's wonderful.
It was pretty good. It's a weird game.
Yeah. Kind of,
But-
odd formatting to how it plays out. But not
It is
bad.
a little bit. I might tinker with it a little bit before I run it again, but I'm very grateful you guys were up for trying it out. As soon as I saw it, I wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful you guys were willing to play. I'm grateful to all the folks who were willing to watch us go through all this nonsense.
It's nice to play something new and interesting.
Yeah. So let's everybody kind of say their stuff, pluggables, and just smile and show everybody how beautiful you are. Of course.
Oh, let me get off camera then.
I think we'll backtrack this time around. We'll start with our big beautiful bear, Jeff.
Yeah, Adventures in Lollygagging. We're at twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. This Friday at 8 Central, we are continuing our Delta Green campaign where we're playing Impossible Landscapes. It's really fun. The second episode just dropped on YouTube today, so you can watch it before Friday. And then on Monday, we're continuing our Alien game. You can catch both Chuck and Jeremy in that game. And then on opposite Mondays, we're over on the Free League Publishing channel, and we are playing Things from the Flood. So those are the 3 games we got running right now.
Awesome. Jake, you beautiful juggerbox bitch, you. How are you?
Still doing a little bit sick, but also still doing a little bit okay thanks to the NyQuil.
Okay.
I think I'll just wind down for the evening, listening to some podcasts, maybe something to do with comics or something. You got any ideas of any podcasts that cover comic book related issues?
I've heard that one of the people involved is just a real asshole, but there is a place called the Pludecast That's all right. You know, PLEWD. There's a couple of cool dudes. Like there's a guy named Matt, guy named Men. They're awesome. Matt and Ken, they're great. This is Jeremy dude. He sucks, but you know, you could just power through it. It's fine.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
I thought you were calling Matt an asshole. I'm like, wow, he's not even here to defend himself.
God, what a dick! Am I right, guys?
I mean, I'm willing to put you down because you know that's just probably. But in general, I usually only put myself down. You know, because I'm a good person.
The best kind of person.
Yeah.
The best person.
You know who the best person is? The beautiful son of a bitch in the bottom left there, Dion.
No, you.
I know.
I'm Substances Used on Twitch. Probably honestly gonna play DBD Dead by Daylight for a little bit after the stream, after I get some food in me and all that. But yeah, I do a lot of tabletop gaming. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm on Bert's channel, Steam Steel Murder. I'm here tonight. And this Saturday on Fulsham Arts channel, I'm going to be featured in a new 5th edition campaign, Silence in the Library. I'm playing an armorer variant of an artificer. I'm kind of like
cool.
Iron Man. It's gross. It's gonna be so good.
I like the artificer class.
Is it going to be like a 5th ed take on the old Silent Library show? 'Cause I
No,
fucking
it's
loved
like
that show.
it's a conceptual dungeon where it's like a ever-changing, like massive library in a sense, where there's like rooms and stuff and everything. It's like an interdimensional thing in a sense. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
So.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
And then our hippie, trippy, beautiful bastard in the upper right there. How are you feeling, Dan?
Not too bad, not too bad. I have actually rounded the day out now, having spent the whole day on all 3 of the main teleconferencing tools today now.
Okay.
I think I've got a beer in my future, then probably bedtime. But, you know, this was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying it again. I feel like the rules were a little hazy in some areas, but
yeah, we were kind of testing things out, like kind of kicking the tires, trying to get a feel for how it works. I've got a couple ideas of things I might tweak slightly if we do it again, but I like the bones of it, so to speak.
yeah. So I could do this again.
Yeah.
Good time. I appreciate you running.
Heck yeah, I'm glad you were here to play.
Hell yeah.
But speaking of people that I'm glad they're here, Chuck, you beautiful son of a bitch.
Oh, shit. That's me. Hey, I'm Chuck. Hi, everyone. Big announcement, though. This is actually going to be our last tabletop role-playing stream. Because we're
Oh, shit.
retiring the streams to focus on other endeavors. Did any of you fall for my April Fool's Day joke?
Aww.
Because it's April Fool's Day for like 20 minutes now.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I made a
I
funny.
was sitting here thinking, like, what?
I thought you were like joking about your Borderlands streams. I'm like,
Oh,
he's
no.
going full Borderlands stream.
No, it's just April Fool's Day. I had to do something. Yeah, no.
Actually, we're going to go full VTuber after this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, my new anime avatar has just gotten
Yeah.
finished up.
What do we got? Yeah, no, Defenders of Cobalt, you're already on the channel. We got a YouTube up too. Tomorrow night, Jeff and I are going to be playing a game somewhere.
Yep.
Follow us on, Twitter and our Discord and, other fucking places to find out, because we'll let you know when we remember. But it's tomorrow night.
Something with running and devils or something like that.
Yeah, Devil's Run. Yeah, that's the name of it. I think it's going to be their own place. Yeah. What the fuck? Friday, we're doing Act 2 of Chariot of the Gods. It's going to be a lot of fun. Saturday, we got another Watercolor and Warriors coming at you. And then Saturday night on Goodman Games Official, for Danger Strangers, we're doing some Umerica. But the cool thing is Bert's still running it for us. Because, he's got his name in every Umerica book a handful of times. So we're getting a little expert guide through some Umerica shit. And Sunday we're back at Saltmarsh here on DOK. Yeah, that's what we got.
Awesome. Well, again thank you all for playing. Thanks to the folks that watched with us. And then a couple weeks from now, we're gonna start doing some world building to return to spectaculars. But this time it'll be spectaculars in space.
In space.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what nonsense you guys will come up with. I think it'll be fun. So
I have no doubt
yeah,
there will be some.
I agree. So again, thanks everybody who watched. Be spectacular to each other and keep gaming. Adios.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.